Hello, this is Julie Mighty Potato speaking. So we're back with the Fantasy AU, and I had a hard I actually threw this before the chapter, the related chapter was released, because I think I recorded this the Friday before the chapter was released on Sunday. And that's partially because I'm super excited for it, and partially because I'm just trying to get ahead on speed paints, because, I'm in school, and sometimes just when I have the time, getting ahead is the best thing I can do. Even if I can only do the speed paint in sections because of homework. I've been working on this since Monday, so this one took me almost a whole week to finish, which is why I'm trying to get ahead with it, so I don't have to get a whole week's worth of work done in a Monday, Tuesday, half of Wednesday sort of thing. But here it is. I have the link to the chapter. Right here my computer is acting weird. And it was doing a weird blob thing before a straight line. So I had to restart my computer, and that's what you're seeing here is after that, where it's working just fine. What was I saying before? I haven't the slightest idea. Oh yeah. Okay, now I remember. Just have to give myself a couple seconds more. So, I kind of wanted to talk about what happens in the chapter in the speed paint, but I realized that there are going to be people who haven't read the chapter yet, some people who don't have any interest in reading the chapter and really just want to watch the speed paint. And so I'm not really going to talk about what this is. If you have read the chapter, then you more or less know what's going on. You can understand the situation, the context. If you haven't read the chapter yet, I'm going to have the link to that specific chapter down in the description, so watch out for the link there. But as in the past, I've just always linked the entirety of the fanfic, but this time I'm going to link just this specific chapter. So if you're not caught up and want to check out the link for the whole fanfic, you'd be better off just going to Archive of Our Own and searching for my username, Truly Mighty Potato, and then it's the only work I have, Lord of the Seventh Realm. Now, as you can see, this past little while, I've been playing around with all these different layers and backgrounds. I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do with this. It most certainly was. It was a challenge, and I'll admit it. I did most of this in one sitting because I didn't want to do my homework. In fact, I still haven't done that homework. Well, okay, I've done a third of it. I'm going to be doing the rest after I finish making supper. It's due at midnight, so I've still got like 6 hours, 7. 7 hours. I can work with that. None of it's supposed to take me too long. Anyway, but you'll see me here doing a lot of playing around with layers and opacities and seeing what looks the best. I'm still not entirely sure. I ended up doing the best that could have been done for this particular picture. But it has a lot going on in it, and it's very scenery heavy. So so with the previous two, with the pictures of Molly and Mark, they were, well, for one thing, they were smaller. They were 2x3. This one is 6x4, I believe. And so there was less space to fill up, and they both had overall simpler backgrounds. Molly was in a forge, and Mark was in the hallway leading to Wade's rooms of some kind. I don't remember if they were his quarters or his office. And the inside of a building and forges don't really require all that much detail, but outside does, and that's where this takes place, outside. And I mean, I'm sure you can see that with the trees and everything. But it was, I mean, it was a lot more intensive. I spent a lot of time undoing and redoing. By this particular point in time, I've pretty much gotten everything where I want it. I debate about a few other people I could put in. You could see me putting in a little bit there and then taking it out. But overall, that ended up being like this. I don't know why I didn't edit that out. Oh, because it was really short. But I mostly with this one, I'm excited for what the future of the fanfic is going to bring. At this current point of me writing, I have almost 10,000 words written that are not published yet. That will, well, considering at the rate at which I'm writing, that's probably going to be about the same as when the chapter goes up and when this picture goes up. And none of those extra 10,000 words have been published yet. So although we're getting kind of close to the end, so I think it's to the end of the fanfic, I mean, and to the speed paint, but where I'm in writing, we're starting to close in for the finale, and it's getting kind of intense, and I hate it and I love it all at the same time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the speed paint. Once again, if you haven't read the chapter, that link will be down in the description for the chapter specifically, as opposed to the fanfic in general. But hope you enjoyed it. Bye!